Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we take you to the town of Namanga, that magical place where you can have breakfast in Kenya, lunch in Tanzania, and then by evening you are sharing tear gas with both governments.
The town of Namanga is divided by the Tanzania-Kenya border.
Yes, Namanga is basically split by the border, one side in Kenya, another side in Tanzania. Normally that's very good for business. You can say you are in two countries at once, right? But this week, you could also say, I'm being tear gassed by two countries at once. Here's what actually happened. Tanzanian protesters were running away from police during the post-election chaos. In panic, they crossed the border into Kenya for safety. And in a plot twist only East Africa could write, Tanzanian police started throwing tear gas canisters over the border. You heard that right. The tear gas crossed immigration without a passport.
Tanzanian protesters fled into Kenya to avoid confrontations with police, but officers then threw tear gas canisters over the frontier. Businesses have been forced to close because of the unrest, and trucks transporting goods are stuck at the border.
It didn't even queue, it didn't fill a form, it just said, I'm a smoke. I go wherever I want. Now, Kenya is used to receiving exports from Tanzania. Onions, cements, cheap beer, but this is the first time they've imported Tanzanian tear gas. The East African community just unlocked a new level of integration, free movement of goods, people, and riot control chemicals. Businesses had to shut down. Trucks transporting goods got stuck at the border. And one trader on the Kenyan side, Taliban Onyango, yeah, that's his real name, said, we can't operate because of Tanzania's elections. And he said, the police are lobbing tear gas at us. We have nothing to feed our kids.
The challenge we have today is that we are not able to operate businesses because of the elections in Tanzania. The Tanzanian police are lobbing tear gas at us. Now we have nothing to feed our kids.
Imagine you telling kids that, Daddy, what are we having for dinner? And Daddy's like, well, ask Tanzania. And honestly, when your business closes because of an election that you didn't even vote in, that's just next level continental influence. Yeah, Tanzania's democracy is now franchised, now available in Kenya. But it's not just the gas, it's also the internet blackout. Since Wednesday's presidential election, Tanzania has been in digital blackout. And somehow, even Kenya's side of Namanga also got caught in it.
Kenyan side of Namanga has also been hit by the internet blackout imposed by Tanzanian authorities since Wednesday's presidential election.
That's right, Tanzania switched off the internet so hard, even Kenya's Wi-Fi said, we surrender. Now that's real regional power. When your internet shutdowns crosses borders. Yeah, some of you can't even get Wi-Fi to reach your bedroom. But Tanzania's blackouts reached another country. Amnesty International has called for the government to restore internet access, saying restricting information could increase unrest. Yeah, but I think it's just making people more creative. Protesters are now using walkie-talkie apps to coordinate. Breaker, this is Freedom Fighter 1. Do you copy? Over. Copy that. Tear gas approaching from the east. Over. Roger that. Launch plan B. Run. This isn't even a protest anymore. It's Fast and Furious Namanga Drift. Meanwhile, journalists trying to cross the border to Tanzania have been barred, which means the only thing crossing the border are rumors and tear gas. At this rate, the only foreign correspondent who will make it across the border is tear gas canister with a press tag. You know, press pass? And you know, journalists, they will probably interview the tear gas canister. Sir, how did it feel to cross the border illegally? And the tear gas canister is like, it was intense. I made the people cry. But on a serious note, this situation shows just how connected we really are. One country's political problem can instantly affect its neighbors. You know, borders are just lines on a map, but the consequences are real. Today is tear gas crossing over. Tomorrow it could be refugees, traders losing income, or even the silence of internet. Yeah, maybe it's time that our government realizes that democracies will not come with the collateral damage. Yeah, we don't need regional integration of pain. We need integration of progress. So to our brothers and sisters in Namanga, stay strong. And if you must cry, make sure it's from the laughters, not from tear gas. And to our leaders, if you want to send something across the border, try peace for once. It's lighter to carry and it doesn't sting eyes. This is Let's Feed Africa with me, Gilbert Drapari, where the borders are imaginary, but the jokes are real. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. And as always, don't forget to subscribe and thank you for watching. Good evening, Africa. Welcome to the Let's Feed Africa with me, Gilbert Drapari, the only show where the truth is always partially in camera and the jokes are fully in focus. Now, this week at the Madlanga Commission, a police ballistics expert is set to testify. And yes, the session will be partially in camera, which basically means the public cannot see or hear everything. Come on, this is South Africa. We're used to that. Half the scandals here are partially in camera, fully in corruption. Yeah, the transparency in this country works like ESCOM, available in stages. Last week we had some jaw-dropping testimony from 3 confidential witnesses. Yeah, and when they say confidential, they mean it. Deep voices, blurry faces, and one of them sounded like Death Vader after Lord Shutdown. My name cannot be revealed, but Katie Molefe still owe me petrol money. It was less of a hearing and more like a crossover between Crime and Chill and the Masked Singer Corruption Edition. So these witnesses linked cartel bosses Katie Molefe and Kat Matalala. Wow. Those names sound like Amapiano producers or hip-hop artists. Anyway, to a former police minister and several top police officers. So basically the police were working with the criminals. Yeah, it's like finding out your antivirus software was written by hackers. Or your diet plan was sponsored by KFC. Yeah, even at this point, the criminals are confused. They're like, wait, are we bribing the cops or we are paying subscription fees? Now remember witness from last week? That guy came prepared. He said he personally saw meetings between senior police officials and Kat Matalala at a fancy lodge. Yeah, because every South African scandal must happen at either a fancy lodge, a farm, or a WhatsApp group named Personal Business. He said some police cases just disappeared, and honestly, that's the only thing the police are good at these days, making things disappear. Evidence disappears, witnesses disappears, and the public trust long gone. Yeah, by the end of his testimony, even his hairline disappeared under stress. Now this week enters the ballistics expert. Finally, someone who actually studies bullets, not politicians dodging them. The expert is expected to trace weapons possibly linked to the police stockpiles. So we might finally prove that the corruption in the force isn't just political. It's ballistic, right? Right? But the hearing is still partially in camera, which means we'll get half the truth and twice the suspense. It's basically The Commission Reloaded, directed by Quentin Tarantino and edited by ESCOM. Meanwhile, the SAPS WhatsApp groups are on fire. People are changing their names from Brigade something to Low Battery. Yeah, everyone is deleting messages faster than the teenagers caught texting during church service. And Katie Molefe and Kat Matalala are watching these hearings like it's a Netflix series. Episode 4, The Ballistics Expert. Please, Lord, let it buffer. Let it buffer, please. Yeah, but you know what's funny? South Africans are not even shocked anymore. We have had so many commissions, it's basically our national sport. We had the Zondo Commission, the Americana Commission, and Nagant Commission. Yeah, if a commission solved the crime, South Africa would be Switzerland by now, just with the better music. At this point, we should just rename the country the Republic of Commissions. And our flag should have a witness stand in the middle, and the national anthem should start with, "Do you solemnly swear?" And as more witnesses come forward this week, one thing is clear. The Madlanga Commission has more twist than a Nigerian Netflix drama. Every episode reveals a new villain, a new evidence, and somehow a new police uniform. Maybe in the end we will get a spin-off called SAPS Organized Crime Unity, literally. Until then, stay tuned and remember, when South African justice says parcel in camera, it just means the truth is being filmed on a Nokia 3310. We'll be right back after this break, unless of course this show goes parcel in camera. I'm Gilbert Drapari, and as always, thank you for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't.